Northampton visiting Whitehall, and of course the Zephyrs with their loss the other night, Gary, put them in a precarious spot for second half possibilities. They do have a chance, as Yogi said. It ain't over till it's over.
Well, it's almost over.
Well, it's almost over, but the mathematics of basketball, rather interesting. Northampton comes in here in the second half unbeaten after 8 games, and Whitehall, as I mentioned, with that loss the other night in double overtime, have 3 losses. So, as you say, a lot of things have to happen. Let's talk about it.
Well, let's see if we can put it in perspective, and we'll try to get this right, because this is not easy. Allen has to lose tonight to Liberty. Allen has to win Thursday, beat Deerfield. Deerfield has to win Saturday, beat Northampton. Northampton has to lose Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Whitehall is precarious position.
Well, it's precarious, but it ain't over till it's over. We're going to have a good ball game for you. Let's talk about Northampton, because they are the talk of the East Penn Conference in the second half.
No question about it. They're certainly on a high right now, and they're playing outstanding basketball. They come in at 16-5, the most wins they've had, I think, at this school since 1972. So this is an outstanding basketball team, loaded with talent, and they really are putting it together, as they are 8-0 going into this week, and they really only have to win 2 of these 3 ball games in order to guarantee themselves the second half East Penn Conference title. But that's no easy task. They play a Whitehall team tonight that beat them by 10 earlier in the season. They play Liberty on Thursday night. We'll have that ball game for you on Sports 4. And then on Saturday night, they will take on Deerfield in a ball game that could mean a great deal. We'll have that ball game for you, if it does mean a great deal, on Saturday night. But they come in with a good, solid starting lineup. Let's take a look at those kids. The 5 of them are the kids that have been starting all season long. Of course, the one that everybody talks about is Jimmy Fromhartz, averaging 18 points a ball game. He's only a junior. He is only a few points, I think 8 points away from being the all-time junior leading scorer in Northampton history, and he is on his way to breaking almost every one of Northampton's scoring records. But they really have some other guys who play their role very well. Rob Milosky scores 9 a game, but he's capable of scoring 20. Dennis Proctor is an outstanding banger on the boards. He's capable of getting 15 points a ball game. And the kid I really like is Ryan Groove, the sophomore. He plays very well. He did not play more than about 3 minutes in the first ball game with Whitehall. And I think that really was one of the keys in Whitehall winning the ball game as easily as they did. But Ryan Groove is healthy now, and he will play, and he plays very well. And Madison, of course, gets his 12 points a ball game. He is as consistent a ball player as Northampton puts out on the floor.
You talked about some of the statistics of Fromhartz, and we'll give them some more, because Jim Lindenmoyer just sent us another ton of information, and we'll try to keep on top of Northampton basketball. Jimmy just won't let us go. We'll be back and take a look at the Whitehall starting lineup after this message.
Brown Dom Chrysler Plymouth in Easton is celebrating 50 years of sales and service. Brown Dom has the largest selection of new Chrysler Plymouths in the area. Our used cars are fully reconditioned. Brown Dom's award-winning parts and service department will be happy to service your car. Brown Dom has won Time Magazine's award for dealer customer service and community services. Remember, whatever it takes, Brown Dom gives. 1650 Butler Street, Easton.
Since 1898, Gus's Crossroads Inn has been there to serve you. In 1981, Gus's underwent major renovations, and now your hosts, Gus and Elaine, welcome you back to the all-new Gus's Crossroads Inn. Our dining room is more inviting than ever. Our lounge guarantees friendly hospitality. Enjoy our many fine lunches and dinners. We have always maintained the same high quality and low prices. And don't forget that we're now open 7 days a week. That's Gus's Crossroads Inn at the corner of Sidersville Road and Old Philadelphia Pike, off Route 378 in Bethlehem.
Holy cow! Are you as confused as I am about these new tax laws? Thank goodness you can buy all the things you need with a fixed-rate second mortgage loan as low as today's prime rate of 7.5%. That's right, 7.5%. Best of all, the low interest payments may be fully deductible. Qualified homeowners get instant approval. Call the Money Store toll-free. Dial 1-800-221-9000.
Okay, welcome back. I'm Bob Garrison. This is Gary Laubach, by the way, and I hope you watched some of the gymnastics I watched for 2 nights.
It was very interesting. A lot of outstanding performances by the girls, and we hope that we know people watch it, because I talked to a lot of people that did tune in, particularly in our replay where we showed both the same night. So we did have a lot of viewers, and the girls do appreciate it.
Okay, let's vault right over to the Whitehall starting lineup. The names are familiar. We've seen them before. Let's run them down, Gary.
Well, they're a little healthier than they were on Friday night against Allen. Buskirk, who was playing with a bad knee. That knee seems to have come along. Issa will play, of course, Beidelman, Rummel, and Lisicki. Again, that's a solid starting 5, too, as Whitehall hurt a little bit on their bench. Steve Wagner will not play. And in fact may not play the rest of the season, and Bodish is injured, so they are hurting a little bit on the bench. But it's a good, solid Whitehall team. I think the thing that they have going for them, Bob, is they're so intelligent. They're a very smart ball club. They do take advantage of the things they do well, and what they do well is they shoot pretty well from the outside, and they do work the ball inside to Lisicki and Beidelman, and that's where their strength is. On paper tonight, this ball game looks like a pretty even matchup. The key, of course, is how well Whitehall can bounce back now after that double overtime loss to Allen on Friday night. A very difficult loss for them because they had 3 or 4 opportunities to win that ball game and just did not get it done. And sometimes that kind of eats away at you a little bit and does affect your play in the following ball game. But they're going to be up. They want to be the first team to knock Northampton off, I'm sure.
Gary, a lot of times when you come to Whitehall, you talk about a low-scoring ball game. I talked to Ron Hassler before the ball game, and he said, hey, we'll play it the way we have to play it.
That's exactly what they did Friday night. That ball game was an up-tempo game. There was no question about it. But there was good, solid defense that night, too. So you're going to score in the 40s or the low 50s, and that's a good high school ball game. The game we had before where we had 80 field goals, Liberty and Central, that is atypical. We just do not have those kind of ball games in the Valley very often. It's great for the fans to watch, but I also don't think we saw a lot of defense that night. Here you're going to see defense, so the score is going to naturally be down, not because anybody slows it up. That's just the way it should be.
Okay, and that's a look at the starting lineup for Whitehall and Northampton. We'll be back with the tip-off after these messages.
At Keystone Dodge, the Merle family has been selling new Dodge cars and trucks to thousands of people here in the Lehigh Valley for 10 years. Now, why have people been purchasing new Dodge cars and trucks from the Merle family at Keystone Dodge? Because they got a better deal. Keystone Dodge is Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 Dodge dealer, and price is the reason. You want a better deal? Join the family at Keystone Dodge, Lehigh Street, Allentown.
Roll Along Travelers celebrates 25 years in the recreational vehicle business with the introduction of the 1986 Taurus.
Owning a Taurus is like having the best of both worlds while you're vacationing. You'll sleep in luxury and eat in style, all in the comfort of America's favorite travel trailer. The 1986 Taurus from Roll Along Travelers. It's your passport to fun.
Roll Along Travelers, sales and rentals, camping accessories, and unequaled service for 25 years. Roll Along Travelers, MacArthur Road, Whitehall.
Okay, welcome back to Whitehall High School. We're about ready to go. East Penn Conference basketball. It's Whitehall, Northampton, and we'll get the starting lineup for Northampton. Gary?
All right, Robert. Tom Donahue is their head coach in his second year. First one out is 23. Rob Molosky, a 6'4 senior, averaging 9 points a ball game. Number 33 is Dennis Proctor. He's a 6'3 senior, averaging 9 points a ball game. 43 is Ryan Groove. He's 6'2, a sophomore, averaging 8 points a ball game. 45 is Mark Madison, a 6' senior, averaging 12 points a ball game. And 53 is Jimmy Fromhartz, a 6'5 junior, averaging 18 points a ball game. Real nice size right across that Northampton starting lineup. They're 16-5 overall, 8-0 in the second half. For Whitehall, under head coach Ronnie Hassler, his 4th season. 14 is Mark Buskirk, a 5'11 senior, 7 points a ball game. 30 is Jeff Issa, 5'9 junior. He averages 5 points a ball game. 34 will be Mark Beidelman, the 6'2 senior, averaging 12 points a ball game. Certainly plays a lot bigger than 6'2. 44 is Tom Rummel, a 6'1 junior, averaging 9 points a ball game. And 52 is Andy Lisicki, a 6'2 senior, averaging 9 points a ball game. The officials tonight, George Krell and Mike Shorn. 2 good officials working tonight's ball game. And Sigmund Marakovitz has joined us, Bob. I hope he doesn't get into those psychological kind of terms that he was using the other night. He sure mystified me, and I can just tell what he might do to you.
Well, we have the Kutztown connection. George Krell, of course, a great scorer when he was at Kutztown. I think he eclipsed Danny's records.
Well, that's probably true. Most people at Kutztown have
I was talking about the 45s and the 30. What are you?
How many? Were you a high
scorer
scorer at Kutztown?
Not at all. I was a leading assist man out of Kutztown under Bobby Spang.
He starts off with a lie, Bob.
You would know what an assist means, Gary, so we'll just get right to the ball game.
Was that down at Shorty's Cellarette? Okay, this is going to be a good one.
Here to call the ball game, the voice of Sports 4. Here's Bob.
And the tap batted around and picked off by the white, the maroon, and the gold. And a little pressure right away on the ball. They go after Buskirk.
Yeah, they're going to go to a spread defense, Bob, and try to pressure them in the corners. They want to try to keep the tempo a little high in this ball game and not let Whitehall stand around and take the shot they want to take.
Buskirk with a shin guard on the lower part of his leg and had the problem the other night, but got through the whole game, Gary.
Yeah, they had Whitehall themselves did not want to get involved in a pressing defense because I think they were hurt a little bit and they just didn't want to put that kind of pressure on their kids at both ends of the floor, so they played a little close to the vest.
Tommy Ramo forced a shot up, went over the top for a rebound, and he's going to get called for the foul.
One of those plays where you compound the problem. The shot wasn't the best in the world, and then you compound it by committing the foul. We'll take another look. Again, this is not typical Whitehall shot. They usually play for something a little better than this. Tommy got stopped, though. Good defense in there by Fromhartz.
So the Concrete Kids come down court, and with the basketball is Rob Molaski. He handles the offense, and they're looking at the usual matchup zone.
Yeah, you don't have to do much scouting to know what Whitehall is going to throw up against you.
Ryan Grube, the sophomore, big number 43, cutting underneath the redhead coach in the corner. He'll shoot it off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to the Zephyrs, Tommy Rummel. Danny, with a capacity crowd in here at Whitehall, it makes this court appear a little smaller. So you throw a defense like Northampton, they're coming right out to the sides.
Well, they're going to come out on a 2-on-2 pressure, Bob, because they do not want Whitehall to hold the ball. With Molaski and Madison up top, it makes it very difficult for Issa or Buskirk to make a pass or a shot.
This is why I think they've been so effective in the second half. They played better defense, and they're a tough team to shoot over. But Andy Lisicki did it.
First score in the game comes at 6:15 remaining in the quarter. It's 2-0.
That time the defense got spread out a little bit and opened up the lane, and Lisicki got it 8 feet away and dropped it.
So Molaski again will take a look, and now they spread out almost a four-corner and break from that, and they go to Grube at the top of the circle. A little shoulder move there. Fromhartz couldn't go anywhere. Boy, Fromhartz hasn't handled the ball yet. Now Grube drives and ties it at 2.
Beautiful play by Ryan. One of the things you can do sometimes if the match doesn't shift quickly enough is to split it with a good hard dribble. And that's exactly what he did. He went right down the lane. In fact, he did a nice job both times. The one shot didn't go, but that one did.
And trapped at center court. Some folks thought it was close to a back court. Now they go inside to Lisicki, and Andy has the 2 field goals. It's 4-2.
Same token, if you're going to play half-court defense, you're going to spread the floor out a little bit. And you can't cover as much of an area, and Lisicki got it in good position and put it up and in.
It's out on the point of the matchup, and again they try to go to the corner. Fromhartz now, first time with the ball, banks it, it goes. Well, now you know why they want to get it to him, Dan.
Well, that's the key in a ball game, Gary. They're trying to go to Fromhartz every time down the floor. On the previous occasion, Lisicki did a job by fronting him and not letting him get over top. But this last time, he went right over the top of Bidelman, and it's 2 once he gets the ball inside.
Northampton, Bob, playing some multiple defenses. Now they drop back into a 1-2-2, and they don't pressure at all.
And that is a shot. Tommy Ramo, was that a pass or a shot?
You usually say nothing but net, but he barely hit the net. Woo. That was almost nothing but floor.
6-4, 4:25 to go in the first quarter.
Both these teams have only missed one shot.
On our pregame, we talk about all the possibilities. Whitehall in here with 3 losses. Northampton has not lost in the second half. They're 8-0. Molaski goes and walks. First turnover. And they
started to get the feet moving there before he put the ball down on the floor. You know, it used to be when you watch George Krell play, he was one of the biggest guys on the floor. You look out there tonight, he's one of the smallest guys compared to that Northampton lineup.
Issa with the basketball, looking. Now got to go over to Buskirk. Rommel on the far corner. Bidelman on the near corner. That shot is missed. Rummel with the rebound goes to the glass, and he's hit. And with the body.
Foul, I believe, is on Fromhartz. That's his first, the team's first foul.
And Tommy Rummel, as we look at the replay, will go to the line for 2 shots. Here it comes right there. There, he got him.
Good job, too, by Rummel to kind of lean in to Fromhartz and force him to foul him.
Gary, in the ball game you did the other night, the shots Rummel missed from the outside. He's usually a pure shooter, and that didn't help the Whitehall's efforts.
Well, again, you know, you look at that ball game. If he makes any one of those shots, Whitehall probably comes away a winner. Allen didn't even get a shot in the first overtime at all.
Grube gets inside, and Molosky can't handle the ball. We're going to go with a turnover number 2 against the kids at 7-4, 3:36 to go.
If they watch the replay of our ball game, Whitehall, they probably realize the only reason they didn't win is they didn't have enough paper towels to wipe away the psychological Windex that Danny was proclaiming the difference in the ball game.
And now Bideman took an outside shot, gets his own rebound. It won't go. The tap won't go. And Fromhartz with an elbow, and he's going to be called for it. Second foul on Jimmy Fromhartz.
His second.
Well, you don't mind being aggressive, Danny, but a little bit too aggressive.
Well, it's not the aggressiveness that Coach Donahue is very upset about. There we see our replay, and if you're going to throw the elbows, Bob, you have to be up in the air. Fromhartz had his feet on the ground, but Donahue wanted a call against those offensive rebounds that Whitehall picked up, and they were really banging the boards. There was no call, but then you got the elbow, and that was the call.
3:15 to go in the quarter at 7-4 Whitehall.
Mike Shorn is already quieting Tom Donahue down. He just said to Tom, if you think I'm going to take that shouting all night, you're wrong. He says, no way. So we can look for a possible technical foul in the ball game, and Danny knows how Mike Shorn can quiet you down.
Mike Shorn is a no-nonsense guy. He'll tell you right from the start, this is the way it's going to be, and if you don't listen, you'll be taking an early shower. There was a nice jumper by Grube.
7-6. Grube's second field goal.
Bob, I would think they're going to go right at Fromhartz now with a lot of time left and him with 2 personal fouls.
Buskirk inside, shot is missed, and a rim to hoop came out to Robbie Molosky. Swept it off the board.
I know if I was coaching, I'd certainly work the ball right where Fromhartz is and just take the ball right at him.
Well, that would really hurt the Concrete kids if Jimmy picked up number 3 here in the first quarter. So the kids patient now with the ball as they still try to figure out this matchup zone. Fromhartz goes baseline, gets the pass in the corner, takes the jumper, got it. Whoops, in and out, stayed in. His second field goal.
It's not unusual to see an offensive pattern have to go through the circuit about 2 times against the matchup. Because if the matchup moves smoothly, you're not going to get a good shot unless you're willing to work.
And the ball batted into the backcourt by Northampton, retrieved by Buskirk, throws it away. And no, it got off of somebody's fingertip.
It was off of Molosky. He hit it.
Molosky really makes that 2-1-2 zone go. He's 6'5" out there, Gary, and he's on the wing, and he's quick with his hands, and it's very difficult to throw over him or under him.
Good play by Donahue, Bob, because he brings Sorensits in and sits Fromhartz down. He's not going to let him pick up a 3rd foul in this quarter.
So the Zephyr, this with the ball, looking, bounces it to Buskirk. Goes inside, passes off, jumper Bideman, overshoots, and Grube rebound. 8-7 Northampton, 1:30 to go in the quarter. And I don't think Danny didn't get anybody else in here tonight.
Well, it's a nice crowd, and it should be, Bob. Northampton comes in undefeated. Even though Whitehall has 3 losses, it's still not over.
Pass cross court. Rob Molosky's shot hits the back of the rim, bounces off. Battle for it, won by Issa. Down to Buskirk, 1-on-1. Sorensits pulls up. The shot short, rebound up and in. Lisicki.
Nice play by Lisicki. Buskirk kind of got trapped up in the air and decided to throw it up, and Lisicki went and got himself good inside position for the layup. He has 6.
And that ball batted. They still don't get it across, and there's the 5-second call, so they can't get it across midcourt, and the Zephyrs take over with 45 seconds to go. And They can just maybe sit on it here. Let's see what kind of pressure the kids put on the ball.
Fromhartz goes out, Gary. We have an instant momentum swing as Northampton had a very difficult time getting the ball over half court. And now Whitehall's going to go for probably one last shot.
Sorensits at 5'7" had a little difficulty with a double team because of his size. He just couldn't get the ball over the outstretched hands, and 10-second violation.
Inside 30 seconds. Now the baseline. Bidelman likes it there. Switched hands and put it in.
Beautiful play by Bidelman. He had the ball tipped on his way up. He hung on to the ball, hung in the air, and then put it up and in.
11-8. 10 seconds. Now the ball thrown into the seats. And third turnover, I think, at least on Northampton. Sorensits just threw that one away. Fourth turnover, okay, will be official.
They're trying to set up a 10-second play. They're going to run Rummel through, and then they'll probably try to hit somebody down inside.
Well, they got the corner.
Now they got to shoot
it inside to Bidelman. And comes up short at the buzzer. It's 11-8 after the first quarter. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
To Kraus Dodge Toyota in recognition of superior achievement in sales performance, customer satisfaction, quality facilities, factory and community relations. More and more people are buying their new Dodge or Toyota from Kraus. And right now, Kraus has the new Made in America Toyota FX16 and the new Camry station wagon. Remember, Kraus has better prices and service and the award to prove it. Kraus Dodge Toyota, Route 309, Schnecksville.
Keystone Food Products, the largest independent snack manufacturer in the East, this year celebrating their 40th anniversary. Keystone makes a full line of delicious snacks at their modern plant in Lower Nazareth Township. Their fleet of 16 tractor trailers delivers snacks made fresh daily to 17 states from Maine to the Carolinas. Keystone's retail store, located adjacent to the plant on Hecktown Road, sells all Keystone products at bargain prices.
Lehigh Valley Sporting Goods at 129 South 2nd Street in Copley is one of the area's finest sporting goods stores. We carry quality merchandise at sensible prices and meet every athlete's needs, from the beginner to the most advanced. We're also team equipment specialists and have been serving the Lehigh Valley sports community with pride and dedication for over 43 years. Before ordering your team uniforms or award jackets, contact Lehigh Valley Sporting Goods. Call us at 262-2686.
Okay, welcome back to the best in high school basketball and sports 4. A lot of scores around over the weekend, and we will, I think, take a look at them somewhere along the line. Cheerleaders from Northampton entertaining the crowd.
Bob, Northampton shot 67% as we look at the scores from the other night, and we had the big ball game for you. Allen beating Whitehall in double overtime, and Peabird kind of taken out of the picture by that big win by Liberty, 73-43. And that sort of narrowed it down now to really three teams, Deerfield, Allen, and Northampton. As we said, Northampton shot 67%. They were 4 for 6 from the field. Whitehall shoots only 38%. They were 5 for 13. But what that means is that there were some Northampton turnovers because they didn't get the ball down the floor to shoot it.
Tom Donahue in there talking to the kids, Danny.
Well, the key for Northampton is, Bob, they lost Fromhartz, and once Fromhartz went out, things changed over for Whitehall as Whitehall picked up 2 key turnovers, like Gary said, and bolted out to a 3-point lead. The key right now, though, Gary, is how Whitehall is going to attack Jimmy Fromhartz and trying to get him to pick up number 3.
And Fromhartz back on the court as we get underway in the second quarter.
I still think Tom Donahue did a nice job in getting him out of there because he allowed them now to be only down by 3. And even if Fromhartz picks one more up in this quarter, it certainly won't be as serious as it would have been had he picked up one in the first quarter, and then he wouldn't have played the entire second quarter at all.
And in the first minute of the second quarter, I think Dennis Proctor just handled the ball for the first time, now gets his first shot and missed it. Buskirk down the sideline, holds up, couple of dribbles, looks, Issa goes to the corner, and Buskirk still holding the ball, now gets rid of it.
Still in the 1-3-1, playing pressure D.
And a lob pass saved by Tommy Rummel at center court, gets by the trap.
Bob, their size just simply bothers you. You got to throw the ball high to get it over top of them. In particular, you got Malosky out front at 6'3", and now there's a foul, and not a real good foul on Madison.
That's Madison's first. Third team foul on Northampton.
These two officials tonight normally work college ball games, so you got two good ones here this evening.
Well, Hal Grossman, the assigner, sitting off in the far corner along with Terry Stout. I wonder if Terry is doing some evaluating to help Hal out tonight.
George Krell came into the gym tonight dressed like he was doing an NBA game, Dan.
I thought it was today's man, Gary.
Bidelman way outside. Buskirk's open. Zingo. Woo. Oh, Mark buried it. It's 13-8.
Next year, that would have been worth 3. Northampton now needs a score. They've been on the snide for a while. They have been sitting on 8 points since Fromhartz went out of the ball game.
Quickly down the baseline. Jump shot around and around and out. Madison can't buy a basket. Danny, the lid's on. What do you do?
Well, the momentum switched late in the first quarter. Northampton has not been able to regain its composure. That was a good jumper by Madison. It just would not fall. You got to keep running your offense, Bob, and hope that the ball goes in.
On the other end, Issa, his goes in and out, and that rebound goes to Fromhartz. That time a little easier on the rebound. Of course, does not want to get called for a third foul here in the second quarter. And Jimmy wanted to go, and they quickly sent Lisicki out on him, so he had to hold up. Working the other side now. Madison out to Molosky. Fromhartz open, 17-footer, yes.
He even got the ball a little late. I thought maybe they waited too long to get him the ball, but he was ready. Danny, what I like is he catches the ball right at shoulder length. He doesn't have to bring it down. He can go right up in the same motion.
Plus, he's thinking shot all the way, Gary, which is good. And like you said, his shoulders are square, his feet are ready, and he's a fine shooter.
Screen for Lisicki. Missed it, shot the front of the rim, and the ball came down to Fromhartz. Took it away from Bidelman that time, and that gets a rise out of the Northampton fans across the way.
They wanted a foul.
13-10, Whitehall up by 3, heading to the 5-minute mark here in the first half. East Penn Conference basketball. The drive the baseline. Oh, how'd that go in for Molosky?
Molosky drove past 2 defenders, Bob. He knew exactly where he was. Good court awareness. He went up strong and canned the field goal. They're down by 1.
And it's 13-12. Issa looking back to Buskirk. I tell you, the Northampton defense has been very, very sticky.
Really, the one place this defense should be weak is the baseline. They've gotten hurt there a little bit, but they really have been shifting very quickly, and they haven't been bothered too much.
And Issa missed a shot, came off the hoop, and went out of bounds down near the Northampton bench. We're going the other way.
There's basically 4 spots on the floor to attack the 1-3-1. You got the 2 corners, and you can drive in that situation, and you also have the foul line extended on both sides, and that's basically where Whitehall has been getting their shots, Bob.
Gary, in the pregame, we talked about scoring possibilities. We thought it could be either low or high, depending on how the Northampton defense played it. And so far, it's been tough and it's been low. And now Northampton goes in front. Molosky scores.
One thing they can do, Bob, again, is split that defense. If they're not moving fast, you can penetrate.
I had flashbacks that time. Robbie Molosky looked like his older brother, Rick Molosky, the 500-point score as he drove in for an easy 2.
14-13, Northampton up by the point. Over to Buskirk. Keeps looking inside. Bidelman comes high post. Issa on the other side. Lisicki wide open, but Issa cans it. 18-footer at 15-14. Back and forth we go.
Again, you got to, if you move the ball around quickly enough, that zone defense a lot of times will not shift as fast as the ball can shift. And that's what happened. Issa got himself open.
And the pressure. Proctor drives, bounces down, and it is off of the foot of Tommy Ramos, so it will be Northampton basketball. 3:28 to go.
You know what I like about Mike Shorn? He refs the way you announce. It looks so easy with so little effort, and yet it's so good, Bob.
Does he want something, Danny? Something more does he want, Danny?
Maybe a pay increase, but you know, that's totally out of the question.
That certainly is. All I do is hit that computer and he's gone. 15-14. Whitehall.
Danny, hold this while I call my lawyer.
I tell you, when he comes back from that golf trip, he'd be in trouble.
Good defense again by Northampton. They got the hand on the ball, slapped it away. Molosky will bring it up.
And Molosky, a quick look over to Tom Donahue on the bench. Got some instruction. How do we play it with 2:45 to go in the half and counting? Inside they tried, force it to From Hartz, and the turnover.
Double dribble.
You know, Bob, you get into that slow tempo of a game, and it's the kind of game you don't play most of the season. And a lot of times your passes aren't as crisp, and Northampton was falling into that trap. Good rebound by Beidelman.
And he missed it also. Now the whistle, let's see the call.
Foul's going to be on
Tommy
Rummel.
Rummel, I believe.
For Rummel, that's going to be foul number 2. Second team foul.
So a long ways from 1-1 and 2:17 to go as we look at it again. Rummel misses the shot.
Then he bangs, Bob. He'll come in here and hammer.
And we get a timeout here with 2:17 to go in the half. 15-14 Whitehall. We'll be back.
When you need your medication but you can't get out, who do you count on for delivery? Walters Pharmacy, that's who. People have been counting on Walters for years for friendly, efficient service and healthcare products. Catch Walters Monthly Pharmacy Plus sales with selected items reduced for your savings. If you're a senior citizen, ask about Walters' 10% Senior Citizens discount. Walters accepts the PACE card, most major prescription plans, MasterCard, and Visa. Stop and shop at Walters, located at the new Allentown Medical Center at 17th and Gordon Streets, Allentown.
Valley Pizza is more than just a pizza shop. It's a family restaurant that knows the way to your family's heart. Most of our food is prepared in our kitchen with only the best ingredients. We make good food fast so that all our meals are made especially for you for that homemade quality. Carmine, so what do you think? Route 145 in Walnutport and Route 309 in Orfield. What makes us nice is our quality and price.
Start right. Make Whitehall Auto Parts the most important stop for your car. We're a major supplier of foreign and domestic auto and light truck parts and have one of the largest inventories in the Lehigh Valley. We also provide machine shop services equipped for complete engine rebuilding. We stand behind our products. Make your stop at Whitehall Auto Parts, 2741 MacArthur Road, Whitehall. Open weekdays 8 to 9, Saturday 8 to 4, and Sunday 9 to 4. Or phone 437-4604. You are viewing Twin County Television, TV4, serving the Lehigh Valley.
And again, we want to thank our sponsors for our basketball games here on Sports 4 and also our other athletic events. And I tell you, as we watch them go by here, stop in and say hi to those folks and tell them you enjoy sports. Gary, watching the gymnastics the other night, we come on the air with Louis Tepes. And, of course, Louis tells me Timmy just missed, I guess, the honors on the grades this time. And Louis sitting across the way enjoying himself. And he is one of our sponsors. It's nice to have him along.
Well, Timmy is at Bloomsburg, I believe,
Yep.
and doing very well. And I'm sure when he comes back, he'll come over here, and Marakovitz gets him a job, too, on Sports 4.
Well, Danny had him in guidance because Danny goes from P down to Z.
Bob, you even know the student breakdown at Northampton. You must be talking to Mrs. Proctor a lot during the day.
He fills me in.
That's because he has trouble remembering the letters A to O.
I'm eclectic, Bob.
Okay.
Well, you speak a couple languages then.
2:17 to go, and a little pressure now by the Zephyrs.
One thing Northampton has avoided, Bob, they've not gotten a third foul yet in the 6 minutes that From Hartz has been back into the ball game, and really Whitehall has not taken the ball at him at all.
And Groove, baseline Madison, he's open deep from the line, hits it, and From Hartz rebounds it. So From Hartz with 8 points, 16-15 Northampton.
Little difficult to play to box out with Northampton because everybody's the same size. So you better get good box out position or somebody's going to sneak inside and get the rebound. You know, we've had 3 overtime ball games in a row, and the way this one's going, no reason for us to think this might not go OT.
And Mark Buskirk kind of kicking the sneaker on the floor, thought he had that ball, but it went halfway in, came back out, and Groove rebounded.
Little surprise, Gary, that Whitehall has not gone right at Jimmy From Hartz. He's playing a whole second quarter with 2 fouls. Look for Coach Donahue to pull him with about a minute left and sit on the ball and run that clock out. He does not want Jimmy to pick up number 3. Good pass.
And From Hartz double figures. He's got 10. 18-15 Northampton.
I'll tell you what, he will make you pay for not getting that third foul on him.
Let's see what the Zephyrs can do. We're in the final minute now, and Issa got away with a walk, maybe. And back to Issa, almost lost it. Buskirk drives and foul outside.
On
and
Fromhart's, I think.
Well, maybe Proctor. Let's see. It's on Dennis Proctor, I think.
It is on Proctor. I'll tell you, when George came around the corner, it looked like he pointed at Fromhart. There, George Krell said he didn't have control of the ball. That's why he didn't call a walk. Now you'll see the foul. Boom, right there. A little body foul.
At the line, Mark Buskirk.
Buskirk, the good shooter, good rotation, and he makes it 18-16. There's 49 seconds left here, Bob. I would think that Coach Donahue would want to take Fromhart's out and run that clock out. However, he's so valuable offensively, we just might see him stay until the half.
Buskirk with 2 fouls. It's 18-17 Northampton. And speaking of foul shooting, as we get into the forecourt with 40 seconds to go, Hank Slider's here tonight making notes. He'll be our guest on This Week in Basketball Friday night at 9:30. So tune in before our Friday night ball game. Grube forces it up and this air ball rebound and gets it.
He really threw a nice pass.
Yeah, to himself.
Yeah.
20-17.
That was the old donkey shot. You throw it up, go get it, and put it back up and in.
That was your favorite move, Dan.
Not mine. That was Larry Miller's favorite move for Bobby Mushrush. He would bang it off the glass and follow it up.
10 seconds.
When Danny did that, it was just a bad shot, Bob.
Man, this almost lost it. They're going to have trouble getting a shot. Here it comes. No, it isn't. They're not going to get the shot. And the ball fired towards the basket. And we'll go to the locker room with Northampton leading at 20-17. Don't go away. We'll be back with halftime scoring statistics.
Catch the best doggy in town at Willie Joe's Family Style Restaurant. Come in and enjoy the friendly atmosphere and good food. Choose from a full menu of steak sandwiches, hamburgers, other specialty sandwiches, and of course that famous Willie Joe's hot dog. A wide assortment of drinks, hot and cold, is also available and sure to please everyone. So catch the best doggy in town at Willie Joe's, 2407 Lehigh Street, Allentown. Just a short distance from Route 309. Open daily 10:30 to 11 and Sundays 11 to 10. W.J. Posovic & Son, a Lehigh Valley builder and remodeler located at 1515 Irene Street, Bethlehem, offers free estimates on all your home improvements. Our skilled craftsmen combine their talents to give the best quality workmanship and service to our customers. Owner Bill Posovic takes pride in every job, whether large or small, and wants you to be confident with all your remodeling plans. Guarantee satisfaction. Put your house in our hands. Call W.J. Posovic & Son at 866-6302. Music Madness, where you can buy new and used records, cassettes, and compact discs, featuring the best selection in top 40, underground, heavy metal, and country listening. Stop in for unbeatable prices. We also have skateboards and accessories with brand names such as Vision, Powell, and Santa Cruz. That's Music Madness. 333 Front Street, Catasauqua. Phone 264-1964. Layaways available, Visa and MasterCard accepted.
Okay, welcome back here at halftime, and we'll take a look at the scoring totals. It's a 20-17 ball game. All right, invest in your family safety. Call Craig Potter of the American Fire and Safety Corporation for a free home fire safety consultation and demonstration of some dynamic fire safety products. 80% of all reports fires are residential, so don't be lulled into a false sense of security that fire only happens to the other person. Remember, no one is immune to fire, so why don't you do yourself a favor? Call 838-6746 for a demonstration. It's the protection of your home and safety of you and your family that is at stake, so call Craig Potter at 838-6746. Craig, by the way, here for the Globe Times tonight, covering this ball game. He'll have a hot story tomorrow.
I also feel like we're protected in case anything breaks out.
From hot air.
Well, we're not protected from hot air. Look what I got here. Marakovitz, if you watched the ball game on Friday night, his theme, Bob, was psychological Windex. So Phil Lipkin, one of our viewers down in the Easton area, sent me a gift. I had a little trouble understanding Danny on Friday night, so he sent me some window cleaner to help me understand the psychological Windex. The ends that some of our viewers go to make Danny look good. I don't know.
Next thing we'll be getting baked goods like Harry Harris does.
Let's go to the stats, something that's important. There you see the numbers up on the board. Some of the numbers kind of stick out in my mind. First of all, Beidelman with 2. I can't remember the last time he has been so little involved in the Whitehall offense as he has been tonight. He just has not gotten the basketball, and I'm not quite sure it's because of anything special that Northampton's doing. They're just playing good multiple defenses and keeping the basketball away from him. Fromhartz has an outstanding first half. He got himself involved in the flow in the second quarter, and he just simply carried it. He picked up those 2 early fouls, did not pick up a third, and that was a real key. And I think the fact that Grube and Miloski have played a good first half have taken up some of the slack. Madison normally gets a dozen a game, and he doesn't have any yet, and neither does Proctor. Those 2 guys start scoring. This could be another Northampton victory. Remember, they only need 2 to wrap up the second half. So let's take a look at the team statistics. Northampton, again, having an outstanding night shooting the ball. They have 10 field goals for 16 attempts for 63%. That's not a lot of attempts. Some of the turnovers have caused that problem, but still, when they have gotten the shots, they have made them, and they have taken good shots tonight. Whitehall, on the other hand, 7 for 21. They're getting a lot of shots, and a lot of them are not falling. They're 3 for 4 from the foul line, so it's a real good, quick first half of basketball. And we have not seen Northampton since they beat Allen, Bob. And right now, they look like a very efficient basketball team.
Okay, and Dan, a quick comment. What's the coach talking about in the locker room at Northampton?
Well, I disagree with Gary as far as Northampton and its defenses, Bob. Northampton is forcing Buskirk and Rummel to take shots that they characteristically don't take. That's the reason that Beidelman is not touching the basketball. The shots are there at the 15 and 17-foot stripe with pressure, and Beidelman and Lisicky are not getting the ball because of the spread 1-3-1 that Northampton has played and the spread 2-1-2. What's Coach Hassler talking about in the locker room? What are we going to do with Fromhartz? Maybe a box-and-1 match. Maybe he'll put Lisicky on Fromhartz, face guard him all over the floor. The other 4 men will match. What's Coach Donahue doing in the locker room? He's happy. The kids 8-0, Bob, didn't really realize whether or not they can take this Whitehall team, but it's a superb psychological lift for the Northampton team going into the locker room up by 3. They know they can win this game.
Okay, we'll be back with all the second half. Stay with us.
Improve your future health and fitness under the guidance of Dr. Douglas B. McKeag as Laura Gladwin, AFA certified, takes you through the proper steps, demonstrating moves for the beginner as well as the advanced fitness enthusiast. Our aerobic and major muscle floor routines are easy to learn and follow. Both feature extensive warm-ups and energizing music. The aerobic workout concentrates on over 20 caloric burning aerobic minutes with heart rate monitoring throughout, keeping you safe and working efficiently. The major muscle floor routine is a perfect vehicle for you to start on strength building and muscle toning exercises. Just 30 minutes a day will leave you looking and feeling great. Choose the workout that's right for you. No more inconvenient class schedules, commuting time, or high membership fees. Write or call today. Be sure to state aerobic or major muscle routine. Visa or Master charge, call 1-800-448-3400 extension 40 or mail check or money order for $24.95 plus $2 shipping and handling to Video Health and Fitness, P.O. Box 40321, Rochester, New York, 14604. In VHS or Beta.
Okay, welcome back to Whitehall. Halftime score, Northampton 20, Whitehall 17. And it's hot in here. We ought to be wearing sweaters.
Gary, it is hot here, Bob, but let's get back to the game. This is a 2017 Northampton lead, and anything can happen here. Let's remember, Fromhartz has 2, and Beidelman has only scored 2 points.
Bob, Whitehall has not lost to Northampton in 17 consecutive games, dating back to 1978. And if you don't believe me, ask Jim Lindemoyer, because he told me.
I think, how about the points Fromhartz scored? Is he over the record?
He's already broken a bunch of records, which we'll get to, but that was Andy Lisicky.
And Andy on the way now towards double figures. He has 8 at 20-19. A little pressure now. Let's see, they go back to the matchup zone. Down by a point, up by a point if you're Northampton. Go to the corner. It's Rob Miloski.
Bob, these are the things that Fromhartz has done tonight. He has passed Will Opplinger and his total for points scored. He has passed Dennis Onkons He has passed Greg Vogel. Rebound inside.
Proctor missed the rebound. Fromhart took the shot. Way down court to Lisicki, controls the ball but can't shoot, gets out to Issa.
He has also become the all-time leading scorer as a junior for Northampton.
So the records will continue to fall for Jimmy Fromhart, and I'm sure that Jim Lindenmoyer won't miss any of them. Now the ball batted around volleyball style, picked off by Madison.
Whitehall's really relying on its perimeter shooting, Gary. Really uncharacteristic of them, but once again, that's caused by the spread Northampton 2-on-2 and 1-3-1 zone.
I am a little surprised, though, Dan. I thought the one thing I might work on in the locker room is getting the ball inside, and that the first couple of times they got the ball, they would definitely try to work it inside and see what could happen.
Grube tried to take the baseline there and was cut off by the guarding of Andy Lisicki. Northampton by a point, 20-19. Shot by Proctor, can't hit it. Dennis can't buy a basket. The rebound to Lisicki, and here come the Whitehall Zephyrs.
Proctor and Madison are having a rough night so far. They've taken good shots, they just haven't fallen.
And a little rotation now inside, a little circle move by Beidelman and Lisicki, trying to clear somebody down low. A little push off there as Lisicki bounces off of Fromhart's. Buskirk can't go.
Whitehall again looking at different defenses every time down the floor. Now they've overloaded the left side, but they don't fire anybody into the pivot area at all. So the paint area is really unoccupied.
And then the Zephyrs back to one pass and done. They're not putting the ball on the floor. Corner to Lisicki, out to Buskirk. Issa, Rummel open, can't shoot. Now they get inside, and Beidelman is bumped and almost throws it away, but it's saved by the Zephyrs. Lisicki's base shot is blocked, and Grube gets it.
Bob, great defense by Ryan Grube. That was all set up to give Rummel a jump shot out of the corner, and Ryan Grube hustled his rear end over there to get out there so Rummel couldn't shoot. Good defense by Fromhart. He blocked the shot by Lisicki.
Score remains 20-19. Grube tries it. No, he doesn't. Drops it to Fromhart. Jimmy gets it. He's got 12.
He's a sophomore, Bob, and you just saw the basketball smartness of Ryan Grube. He faked the whole Whitehall defense out. Fromhart was waiting for that jump pass, and he nailed the field goal.
22-19. Into Beidelman. Now he's in the paint. Fires it up and scores.
He's got to get the ball more. He just has to get his hands on the basketball.
Second field goal for Beidelman. Now the pressure, side court. Proctor gets it across over to Madison.
I'll tell you what I've been impressed with by Northampton tonight, Bob. We knew they were talented, but they are playing a smart basketball game, and they certainly have come a long way since the beginning of the season.
Dennis Proctor muscled in for the rebound and knocked it in his first basket at 24-21.
You used the right word. He muscled. He muscled to get the rebound and then muscled it right back up.
Muscled and hustled, Gary, because he came in from the weak side, beat two Whitehall defenders for the ball, laid it up and in.
Tommy Romo puts one through the lights. It's 24-23 for Tommy. His second field goal. He has 5 for the game.
Have we ever seen a bigger arc on anybody's shot than Rummel's?
That's 2 like that.
Just at McDonald's.
And that's the golden. Into Fromhart's again, turn around off the front of the rim, and Andy Lisicki, his presence fell inside, gets the rebound. Zephyrs can go in front. And in no hurry, 3:30 to go in the third quarter of this big game. Rummel looking back to Buskirk. Issa, he'll try it. Line drive, no go. And a foul reaching in. Well, let's see who it's on. Beidelman, I believe.
First. Team's first. They caught him crashing that time from behind.
And pushing.
Interesting thing, Gary, on what, here comes the replay. You're going to watch for Beidelman catch a little one. There he is, he shoved Fromhart's, and Shorn was right there to make the call. Interesting thing on their press, Gary, they don't want Molosky or Madison to handle the ball. They're trying to make Proctor bring it up, hoping that he'll turn it over. So far, he hasn't.
And that time, Proctor got the ball, and Fromhart was firing in from the right wing, but he just couldn't see him, couldn't get the ball to him.
Nothing like size, though. You get a press against you, and you're 6'4", and all you have to do is look over people and throw the ball over top.
And a foul on Lisicki as he got Molosky going up for the shot. Molosky will be at the line for 2.
Well, Bob, we play 16 and then another 5:05, so we play 21 minutes and 5 seconds for Northampton to get their first foul shot.
So let's see what Molosky can do with it. He has 2. 24-23 Northampton. 2:55 on the clock. He missed it.
I don't think he followed through, Gary, on that foul shot. He just jabbed at the ball. He didn't let his wrist hang. Let's see if he does it this time. Check out his wrist after he leaves the ball go. Yes, he did, and it's in.
And Hank Slider was making notes on that first shot.
Guy sounded like Hank Slider Jr.
Boy.
Should become a country western singer. It's got a ring to it.
25-23.
Oh,
inside, Tommy Rummel got the alley and went through it. Rummel now has 7 points in the game. It's 25 all. Knotted away. Tie score. Grube, he'll take it. It dropped. Right touch, Dan Marakovic.
Well, there's a follow through on the shot. If you follow through, you get the good spin.
Light touch, follow through, and what confidence for the super sophomore, Ryan Grube.
He has 8. It's 27-25.
Had a nice chat with Ryan's dad tonight, who went to Wilson High School and played football down there. He was an outstanding defensive end.
Tommy Rummel overshoots. Farmharts can't get it. Lasicki, opportunity rebound. Comes down to Andy. He's double figures with 10 at 27 all. Grube down the sideline. And it's a block on Tommy Rummel.
Foul's going to be
number 3 on Rummel, I think. Nope.
It's on Lasicki, Bobby.
All
second.
right. Number 2 on Lasicki. So the
Again,
kids.
good communications between the officials. That time Mike Shorn looked at George Krell because George, he thought, was going to call an out-of-bounds play. Mike looked over and said, no, I got a block. And George said, I got a block too. And he let George make the call.
And the drive by Madison. Bounced it up.
Oh, what a rebound.
And it is a foul reaching in. It's on Beidelman. Number 2 on Beidelman.
Boy, I hope we have a replay of this one. You're going to see some outstanding offensive rebounding by Ryan Grube. He did not even really have good position. What he did have was a great vertical leap. He went right up and got the basketball. Here we go. Take a look at the sophomore. He's blocked out, and
Right
he just
there.
goes up over top.
And over the top was Beidelman for the foul, and the shot is missed. And the kids are now 1 for 3 from the line. 27-27, and that dropped. 28-27 Northampton.
The form on that foul shot's not too terrific either. That's a little bit of a flick, and you don't want to have that either. Bob, you got a lot of things to talk about with Hank on Friday.
Oh, I'll tell you. All kinds of finesse moves.
Make sure he brings a basketball and shows the kids how to shoot that foul shot.
Well, I have a Mikasa basketball handy all the time each week for This Week in Basketball. Compliments of Bill Hobson from the Sporting Goods over in Copley. And Billy's in the audience tonight watching this one. Buskirk shoots and scores. And we are 29-28 Whitehall.
Coach Donahue is saying, Whitehall, if you're going to beat us from the perimeter because your big men are not going to touch the basketball.
Here's the drive from Harts, passes back outside. 49 seconds, clock running. Third quarter. East Penn Conference basketball. Grube to From Harts, and a walk is called, and From Harts.
Boy, I'll tell you, these two officials have done a super job tonight. They haven't missed a call. They've been on top of everything.
By far, it's the best officiated basketball game I've seen the entire season.
We had a good one Friday night, too. Both those officials, Joe Lagenza and who was working with him, Dan?
Well, the guy that was blowing, Big Teddy McCoskis.
Teddy McCoskis. How can we forget him? He'll arrest us.
Teddy made all the early calls, and Joe made the crucial calls, and they were all correct. And nobody argued with Ted McCoskis.
This game's starting to smell like another overtime one, Bob.
14 seconds. Issa.
This is where Whitehall had their problems against Allen.
8 seconds.
They just could not get a good shot off in this situation.
Buskirk drives, and he walks. 3 seconds to go. Buskirk took the step. Little stutter there.
Against Allen, they had the same problem. They held the ball. There you see an upset Ronnie Hassler. And then with 10 seconds to go, they don't end up with anything that looks like a good play.
Well, there's one, and they're not going to get that off. It goes, but not going anywhere. And Whitehall has moved in front by 1 as we go to the fourth quarter, 29-28. We'll be back.
The new generation of pizza happening right now at Mario's Pizza Shop, 436 Tillman Street, Allentown. Experience the taste of the Longo family's real Italian pizza with handmade dough and only the finest in real cheeses. Whether you choose regular, Sicilian, Penn, white, yes white, or stuffed, Mario's makes the best pizza. And now Mario's is delivering, so call 433-5400. Mario's Pizza, 436 Tillman Street, Allentown. And look for Longo Pizza coming soon.
Roll Along Traveler celebrates 25 years in the recreational vehicle business with a great selection of new 1986 Tiogas.
Once you've seen the new Tioga, no other mini home will measure up. This year's model has new colors and every convenience you'll need to make camping a great experience you'll never forget. The 1986 Tioga from Roll Along Travelers, it all adds up to number one.
Roll Along Travelers, sales and rentals, camping accessories, and unequaled service for 25 years. Roll Along Travelers, MacArthur Road, Whitehall.
Holy cow! Are you as confused as I am about these new tax laws? Thank goodness you can buy all the things you need with a fixed-rate second mortgage loan as low as today's prime rate of 7.5%. That's right, 7.5%. Best of all, the low interest payments may be fully deductible. Qualified homeowners get instant approval. Call the Money Store toll-free. Dial 1-800-221-9000.
This is TV4, Twin County Television, serving the Lehigh Valley.
Saludos, amigos. We're back here, and Gary Laubach is going to Labadee.
You make it sound like it's Mexican.
Well, it's close.
That's close. Labadee, San Juan, St. Thomas, August 2nd through the 9th. The Uniglobe Sawk and Travel can give you all the information. And we also want you to watch Cruise Night again on February 17th at 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, I guess it is. Uniglobe Sawk and Travel, 691-8102. Call Rick Lanny and say, I want that round trip air to Miami. I want those transfers from the airport to the pier, cabin accommodations of your choice, all the meals, professional entertainment, dancing, shipboard activities, casino gambling, services of an entire cruise staff, fabulous ports of call. Tell them all that stuff.
I want that green lawn. I want that piano player at the Orange Piano.
Bring Bob back.
29-28. We're going to the final 8 minutes, and perhaps maybe number 4 overtime in a row on Sports 4. It's a likelihood.
Well, it's going to come down to the last quarter, Bob. It's 29-28. Whitehall had the advantage the third quarter. They came back from a 3-point halftime deficit, but this should be the big telling point for Northampton, because if they could take the fourth quarter, Bob, they will probably win the second half of the East Penn League title.
Everybody in the East Penn League, well, maybe not everybody, but Allen and Durr are certainly hoping for a Whitehall win tonight, and there aren't too many nights when they root for Whitehall.
Northampton with the basketball in the final quarter here, trailing by a point. And in no real hurry, working the ball, trying to look for a good shot. Dennis Proctor moving now, rolls down to the baseline. From Hartz comes outside, gets to the top of the circle. He can hit that jumper, but can't get it. Now the fourth shot, it bounces. Groove rebounds, and it's missed. And now over the top, and it's a foul on From Hartz, I think.
I think it's on Issa, Bob.
Let's see. It is on Issa. Reaching in, his first.
Again, watch Ryan Groove. Again, it's the vertical jump. He doesn't have good position. Good vertical jump. There's the foul on Issa. Right there on the rebound.
Well, that puts Groove at the line.
I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't be giving him a shot.
Issa had to make a decision, Gary. Do I block out Groove or do I block out From Hartz? Take your pick.
Well, Ryan is getting the first one.
Let me correct that. It was a 1-and-1. I thought they were going to give him 2 shots, so the officials continue to be right.
And again, it is very unusual for Whitehall to be in a 1-and-1 situation with 7:22 left.
And Gary Laubach continues to be wrong.
30-29. Kids go in front. For Groove, he has 11 in the ball game. Out to Buskirk, to Issa, and to Lisicki. Inside, Rummel rolls, comes to the near corner. They force it into Bidelman, comes outside to Buskirk. Rummel guarded out there by From Hartz. Now he's open. There's that Archer. It doesn't go. And from Rob Malosky with a rebound.
Danny, you're always our resident psychologist. How important do you think psychologically is this ball game to Northampton? Because should they lose tonight, you would have to think that the seed would be planted that maybe they will not win that second half.
Well, you take a look at the second half play, Gary. They beat Central in their own gym. They beat Allen in their own gym. Very big victories, but they have not beaten a quality team on the road. And if they would beat Whitehall tonight, that would be the psychological lift that could give them the second half play and possibly the East Penn League title.
Well, what if they don't win tonight?
Well, if they don't win, we got to just wait until Thursday night until the Liberty Hurricanes invades Northampton High School, and we'll see what happens after that.
So it's one at a time, Daniel.
I honestly think that a win here tonight by Northampton, the second half's all over. I think psychologically it'll give them a huge lift, but a loss will plant that seed.
30-29, Northampton leads by 1. Buskirk. Now goes the other way to Lisicki, who comes outside over to Issa.
Boy, they're hard to shoot over, Bob. They're so big.
And that hand comes out and goes up from Hart's out. Now they go inside. Beidelman drives and fouled by Grube.
What a play by Beidelman. He was not going to get fouled. In fact, the shot would have been blocked. He doesn't let go of it, waits till Grube hits him, and then he throws it up to get the 2 shots.
And 2 very important foul shots as we take a look at it again.
Bob, watch again how the shot would have been blocked and he would not have been fouled. But what he does is he hangs on to the ball long enough, right there, and then boom, he gets fouled.
And we're back at the line with Mark Beidelman. Rotates it in, and the Zephyrs at the line are 3 for 3. High score, 30-30.
You have to like the hand time, Bob, of both Ryan Grube and Beidelman. They're 2 of the same kind of players. They're rugged, they punish you, and they usually come up with the big field goal.
Beidelman scores the second. It's 31-30 Whitehall. Here comes From Hart, going against Beidelman. Now the kids trying to go in front.
Again, we get a real low-scoring ball game, and we've had 2 outstanding defenses at both ends of the floor.
From Hart's missed a shot, and it's rebounded by the Zephyrs, and Buskirk brings it across the center court line, 5:25 and counting.
They score here. It's the biggest lead of the night.
Fromhartz has gone cold here in the second half, Gary. In that second quarter, he was sizzling.
Buskirk has it with the 1-point lead for Whitehall. Lisicki tries to make it 3 and down. 12 points for Andy Lisicki, deep from the corner, 33-30.
That's one of those don't take that nice shot.
Quickly to Fromhartz. He's going against Beidelman, pulls up short, banks it in. What a shooter.
That was a piece of cake for him. He got himself positioned, just put it right up there on the triangle, on the rectangle.
That was confidence, 2-on-2. He never hesitated, Bob. Put the ball down and put it up and in.
33-32 Whitehall into Beidelman, and he's grabbed. And the foul's on Malosky. Now let's see if it's a 2-shot foul. Mike Shorn with the call. It's 2.
Malosky's first. That's only the second team foul against Northampton, and we get another look. It is going to be a 2-shot foul. Malosky was arguing that it was not a shot. Let's see.
Well, continuation, I guess.
Well, it could have been a lot of things, and one thing it could have been was a shot.
And one thing it is 2 for Mark Beidelman. He gets 3 in a row. Round and round she goes.
What Coach Hassel has done in the second half, Gary, he's planted Lisicki at the box and has put Beidelman on the top. And once he gets the ball in that paint, good things happen. And so far, a lot of good things have happened to Whitehall in this fourth quarter.
4 in a row from the foul line by Mark Beidelman at 35-32. We have 4:35 to play.
Whitehall 7 of 8 from the line.
Here's Dennis Proctor, and he pulls up short. Had a shot, didn't take the jumper. Working it around to the other side. Now again Fromhartz trying to get close inside. They'll swing it this way. Goes to Jimmy.
Good ball movement. They are working for a good shot.
Whitehall leads by 3. Now Grube will take it. It goes. Boy, Danny Morocco, let's talk about confidence. This kid's got it.
Does he ever? He's hit some important field goals, and that last one has pulled the Concrete Kids to within one.
And Whitehall didn't think he'd make it. They let him shoot it.
35-34. Issa and Buskirk with it on the near side. And it goes to Buskirk. He'll roll to the corner, comes up short. Bounces back to Issa. Northampton tight man-to-man. No, it isn't. Now they go inside to Lisicki, and he's fouled, and it's on Molosky. Okay, we'll be right back.
At Keystone Dodge, the Merle family has been selling new Dodge cars and trucks to thousands of people here in the Lehigh Valley for 10 years. Now, why have people been purchasing new Dodge cars and trucks from the Merle family at Keystone Dodge? Because they got a better deal. Keystone Dodge is Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 Dodge dealer, and price is the reason. You want a better deal? Join the family at Keystone Dodge, Lehigh Street, Allentown.
For expert assistance with all your travel needs, be sure to visit Uniglobe Sock and Travel of Bethlehem. Experienced in both corporate and vacation travel, their professional travel counselors are prepared to answer all your travel-related questions. Uniglobe can offer you low charter and package tour rates, cruises from Windjammer to QE2, and deluxe escorted tours to every major vacation destination. So, for business travel, cruises and tours, see Uniglobe Sock and Travel first. Remember, at Uniglobe, travel begins with you.
Okay, back here at Whitehall, Bob Garris, Gary Lobach, and Danny Marakovitz, and at the line, Andy Lisicki.
Well, we talked about him using the blackboard at halftime to take the ball inside. They didn't do it the first few times down the floor, but they certainly are doing it now.
I got him 8 for 9, Gary. Is that about right?
That's about right. That's right.
They've gone to the foul line the last 3 times down the floor, Gary. And the main reason for that is Coach Hassler's instructing Buskirk and Issa get the ball into the hands of Beidelman and Lisicki.
9 for 10 from the line at 37-34. Down to Fromhartz, goes to Groove. He drives, banks it in.
Boy, he sure doesn't play like a sophomore.
That boy cannot be denied once he gets the ball and he takes off, Gary. What superb jumping ability.
37-36. Ryan Groove has 15 points. Into Lisicki. Rommel comes across, turns around, jumps in, it goes into the net.
What a shot.
39-36, 2:50 left.
Good hustle by
Fromhartz.
Fromhartz. He could have easily lost that ball, went and got it.
He saved that ball right down at the end of the bench.
And Whitehall's making Proctor and Fromhartz bring the ball up the floor. They're denying the guards the ball.
Groove way outside. He knew it was going.
And he knew it. He knew it.
He knew it is right. He got 17 at 39-38.
Talking about having rhythm, Gary. He'd make Michael Jackson look bad with that last shot.
2 minutes and 22 seconds and counting.
He's got 16 points.
39-38 Whitehall. Northampton 8-0 in the second half. Whitehall bouncing low. Shot doesn't go. Beidelman missed it. And it is into the seats. And Molosky goes in. And it is Zephyr basketball with 2:06 to play.
Well, another one of those pressure-packed evenings in the East Penn Conference. Let's take another look. They get the ball down inside of Beidelman, and that's good defense by Groove.
And hustle by Molosky. Over the cheerleaders, we're back to the action.
Danny, he almost ran into Jim Spitzer. That could have been critical.
That
Could have been disaster.
Fatal, not critical. Fatal.
That would have straightened up the stripes on Jimmy's shirt. Buskirk, 1 point lead. Inside
what a
Beidelman.
pass.
He scores.
From Lisicki.
41-38. A lot of pressure, full court now. Whitehall trying to slow him down. They go to Groove, takes it in all the way, and it's a blocking foul is called on Lisicki.
Foul's on Lisicki. His third, I believe. Let's take another look. I think it was an outstanding call. I don't think Lisicki was there. Here you see the move. Oh, he's still leaning forward, Bob.
Okay, 1:36 to go, and Whitehall leads at 41-38. We'll be back.
Today we live in a stressful world. More options, more choices to make. The Rummel Agency are insurance specialists, geared to helping you make the right choices. Because we're locally owned, we'll always be here when you need us. When your insurance situation changes, give us a call for a free consultation. We'll make sure you're covered properly, and probably with a lower cost to you. See us for automobile, homeowners, business, or life insurance. Having served the Lehigh Valley for over 25 years, we're located in Whitehall, just 4 blocks north of the Whitehall Mall.
Your new car is waiting for you at Dietrich Chevrolet on Route 512 in Penn. Whether it's the economical Sprint to the full-size luxury of a Chevrolet Caprice, Dietrich Chevrolet can make it happen for you. Dietrich has a full line of your favorite Chevys, so whether it's a Celebrity, S10 Blazer, or a Cavalier, see them today at Dietrich Chevrolet, only 15 minutes from Easton or Stroudsburg on Route 512 in Penn. Okay, welcome back courtside. Bob Garris, Gary Laubach, and the Clipper, Dan Marakovitz here. And we have a lot of things coming your way the next couple of weeks. A lot of basketball. A little diversion tomorrow night, Gary. We have the Allen Canaries going over to the Easton Red Rovers, and should be an interesting wrestling match. And I think there are going to be about maybe 4 or 5 really good bouts.
Well, I don't know. You talked to the Easton coach, Steve Powell. I talked to him the other day. He says he thinks Allen can win 6 of those 12 bouts. If that's the case, it's going to be a close one. I know I want to be there because I want to see Scott Hovan wrestle. And the rumors are, Bob, that Scott Hovan, if Easton's winning the match, is going to look at Tom Marchetti. You could see one of the greatest matchups of the year.
Thursday night, more basketball. We'll be up at Northampton. Liberty will be visiting the kids' gym. Friday night, over at Catasauqua, a look at the Bangor Slaters and caddy are little Louis DeWalt and big Bron Holland.
Aunt Mary, you got to see them all.
And Doc is here as we look at George Krell shielding Ryan Grube, and what a night this kid has had.
Well, the one thing Whitehall has going for them is they're going to call another timeout and try to ice Ryan Grube a little bit. The one thing Whitehall has going for them is a 3-point lead. And they have not given up that lead since they've gotten the 3-point lead.
And 1 minute and 36 left, Gary.
I hate to even ask that, but Danny, anything you want to add?
Let's not forget that Northampton's defense all night, Gary, has dictated what Whitehall has done on offense. It's very difficult to hold the ball against Northampton's 1-3-1 or 2-1-2 with that size out front. So if it does come down to Whitehall holding the ball, it should be very interesting to see what kind of innovative offense Coach Hassler comes up with.
And if you want to look that word up, it's INNOVATIVE. I'll tell you, these Kutztown guys, you got to watch them. And our sponsors, well...
Trouble is, Bob pronounces it innovative.
They love being with us. My W's and W's again, or whatever. Okay, there they are. Rummel Agency. Freddie's here somewhere in the crowd. And right on down the line to the money store. And it's IRS time, folks, so give Phil Rizzuto a call.
You know what's amazing? As great as the season has been, I think we're going to have a great East Penn Conference Championship game. We're going to have a great week of District 11 basketball. And then we're going to go inter-district. And I think these teams are a lot better than a lot of people think they are.
Ryan Grube at the line. Makes the first shot.
You know, Ryan Grube's going to be chasing Jim Fromhart's scoring records the way he's gone.
Well, Ryan can now get the kids to within a point. He drops it through. 41-40.
Those timeouts really bothered him.
Yeah.
They helped him, Gary. He's in a flow. He wants to rock. Get it to Grube.
Issa going against Molosky. And a foul on Molosky.
Not a bad idea, really. This time you're going to put Issa on the line, and it's a 1-and-1. So if he misses any one, you got a shot to come down. Well, they're not even in the 1-and-1, so maybe they took it on purpose.
Only the 14th foul on Northampton, 1 minute and 29 to go. All of that action took 7 seconds.
That was Molosky's third, though, Bob. The next foul is a 1-and-1. They may have taken it on purpose to get themselves in that position.
Yeah, Molosky in the foul trouble. Top ball by Madison, almost stole it. Now they go to Issa, gets across the center court. He is being harassed, and there's a steal. Madison driving, and Buskirk fouls him. And it's a good basket. Mark Madison, Gary Lobach with his first field goal of the night. It's a big one.
Jimmy Fromhartz makes the defensive play. You'll see it. Fromhartz gets the trap. He'll knock it away. And then there goes Madison. Up and in.
Drops on the continuation, and we're back at the line with Mark Madison. And now he can give Northampton a 2-point lead with 1:11 remaining in the game. He does it. He has 3 points. It's 43-41.
We think we might have overtime. Although Whitehall now has to have in the back of their mind what happened to them Friday night.
Well, in both overtimes they had the shots and didn't make it. In the third one, it lost the ball game. 41-43. Here's the shot. Buskirk. It doesn't go. And Fromhartz comes down with the ball. And Beidelman fouls Jimmy Fromhartz. It's 1-1 for Northampton.
Northampton is 7 for 9 from the foul line.
And we will see the foul here on the missed shot. And this shot by Buskirk never really had a chance.
You know what else I like, Bob? As soon as the foul was called, Rob Miloski ran right to Tom Donahue to get instructions for the team. He ran right back out, got everybody together, and told them what Tom Donahue wanted.
And Fromhartz missed it. Proctor rebounds. Doesn't go. Grove rebounds. And we'll get the call, and it's on Lisicki on the rebound.
Number 4 on Lisicki.
1-1 for Dennis Proctor, who missed the shot. Grube is at the line.
We're going to get another look at it. Here's the missed shot. Big rebound by Madison, or Proctor it was, and then Grube.
And the shot is missed, and Beidelman rebound. 43 seconds. 43-41. Northampton goes to Issa, looking inside to Beidelman.
They had their chance to win it.
Buskirk, 30 seconds. Rummel shot. In the net. Tommy Rummel ties it. 43-all.
A lot of time.
Timeout being called now with 19 seconds showing on the clock. 43-43. We'll be back.
Hollywood's Couple of the Year comes right into your home on Viewer's Choice. Meryl Streep.
I don't believe in marriage.
Jack Nicholson.
Neither do I.
Together.
Just keep breathing, you can do it.
Can't we get somebody else to do it?
Apart.
I know about you and Thelma Rice.
And in love.
Ooh, baby.
Heartburn, delivered right to you on Viewer's Choice.
Okay, welcome back. We are somewhat excited here at the Whitehall gym. Each team, Gary, has 2 timeouts, and they could be very well used up here in 19 seconds.
Well, I don't know whether we'll see another one or not. Northampton probably will set up their play right now, and I would think that they're going to go at the hoop, but with a ball game tied, I don't think they want to take a shot too soon and give Whitehall a chance to come down and score. So they'll probably be willing to go overtime if they have to and get the last shot off. I'd be surprised if we see another overtime unless there's a steal.
They're going to run it down to about 10 seconds, Gary, and you better believe Coach Donahue wants to go inside to Fromhartz or Grube. Don't expect to see a perimeter shot unless Whitehall really bottles the inside up and they're forced to take it. They don't want to take it. They want Fromhartz or Grube to get the ball inside and make something happen. They are the creators.
Of course, you're also talking about 2 guys who can hit the perimeter shot. So they may just want to get the ball in their hands.
And you're also talking about that time element. They don't want to get the ball into the air too soon and give Whitehall a chance to come back with a missed shot.
And Tommy Heinsohn uses a word on Sunday, and Danny...
There's a steal by Buskirk on the play. 43-43. Now let's see if the Zephyrs call timeout.
They're not going to.
Well, there's 9 seconds. There's 8. Lisicky baseline. It doesn't go. We're going to overtime. No, rebound Bidelman. And there's a foul, I believe, on Grove. No shot. But there was a foul, I believe, on Ryan Grove, and Bidelman will get the shot.
They're going to discuss it, but I think they had a foul before Bidelman.
Yes, they did.
Let's watch.
And it is the 5th team foul. It's 1-1.
It's 1-1. Let's see where the foul occurs. I'll tell you, if they don't count the shot, there's 3 seconds on the clock.
There's the shot, and here comes the rebound. And there's the foul by Groove.
There's the foul. There's
the shot doesn't count.
It's a
field goal
it's a
was no
two-shot
good.
Foul.
Well, there's no time on the clock, Danny. There's always that half a second, but they might put 2 seconds up.
The foul is on Ryan Groove.
Right.
It's a 2-shot foul. There are 2 seconds on the clock.
So they'll run the clock down now to the 2-second mark. So that'll give them a minute as we look at the coaching staff here around the scorer's table, checking with Mike Shorn.
At the line will be Mark Bidelman to shoot 2.
And the score, 43-43. And this could end right here at the 15-foot line. But there are going to be 2
Northampton's going to call timeout.
Well, he can take a timeout. And
they're going to wait for him to get on the line, then they'll call a timeout.
Well, they still wait until they get it down to the 2 seconds before they can start the play. Okay, again, Mike Shorn explaining things with Tom Donahue.
Tom Donahue should be happy they got the foul. Otherwise, the game's over on a Bidelman jump shot.
Well, it also sends Bidelman to the line. Eventually, we may get a timeout call. No, I guess not. They're not going to call timeout. If Bidelman makes the first one, it'll give Whitehall the 1-point lead. Now they're calling timeout. So, we'll stay here. And there is Mark Bidelman. And actually, pretty much with the game in his hands at the foul line.
With 2 seconds left, you really have to throw up a Hail Mary. There's not too much you can do.
Last year's game,
we've had it.
Up in Whitehall.
We
Remember
have
that.
had it. If he makes them both, Northampton can call another timeout, try to set something up where they at least get a throw.
Danny, do they have a football passer in Molosky and a catcher in Fromharts down in the baseline?
They definitely have a quarterback out there in Robbie Molosky. And our viewers have seen the jumping ability of Ryan Grube, Jim Fromharts, and Denny Proctor in there all night. The key play of the game, though, Bob, was Northampton not getting the ball inbounds, Buskirk coming up with the big steal, and Bidelman pounding the backboards viciously to come up with that key shot.
Let's give some more credit again, Bob, to George Krell and to Mike Shorn. He made the exact correct call. There was a foul on Grove before the shot. He got that rebound and put it up and in. So they have not made many mistakes tonight.
And Northampton still has 1 timeout. Now, should Bidelman make both, Donahue may call that timeout and set up the 2-second play. Let's see what Mark Bidelman does at the 15-foot line. 2 seconds to go in the ball game in regulation time. It's
nice to know you have 2. If you're 1-1, a little more pressure.
Mark Bidelman makes the first. He is 5 for 5 from the line. And now Northampton's calling timeout, using up their final timeout with Whitehall in front, 44-43. Hey, Danny, isn't this exciting?
Boy, is it ever. The last 4 games we've had on TV, Bob, have been unbelievable. This game is just what everyone wanted to see. They wanted to see the game go down to the wire. Here we have Bidelman on the line. Whitehall ahead 44-43. Coach Donahue takes his last timeout, and you know what he has to call. A full court pass, either to Fromharts, Proctor, or Grube under the bucket. Now, Coach Hassler must prevent either Bidelman, Lysicki, or Rummel from going after the ball and fouling somebody to put them on the foul line.
Bob, this game is so exciting. I think Thursday night we should have 4 guys.
Yeah. 44-43.
One thing surprises me about the strategy. I'm surprised that Tom Donahue called the timeout now and not at the end of the second or on the rebound. Because now they have to get the ball into play in 5 seconds. So they got to get everything set up rather quickly.
Okay, we're back at the foul line. The second attempt now for Mark Bidelman. Can the first. He can make the lead 2 points if he scores. Takes a look. And missed the shot. Now 2 seconds from Hartz has it. And timeout.
Well, Northampton called.
Well, do they have a timeout? Hold it.
That's their 5th. It's a technical foul.
Well, I don't know. Let's see. They may have had one more.
If that's their 5th, it's a technical foul.
We had thought that was your final timeout they had called. So apparently Northampton has one more. Let's see.
If that's their 5th, and I believe it is, then it's a technical foul against Northampton. The ball game is really over. Whitehall goes to the line and gets the basketball.
And I think, and therefore we probably had it right. They said 2 timeouts each, and Northampton used 1 and then called the timeout, or 2 rather, and then called the timeout here coming down court, and we'll get the official. Well, the question is, did Northampton have a chance for another timeout? Now we're going to go down to the other line, and they're putting 1 second back on the clock, but Tommy Rummel will shoot the 2-shot technical. So Northampton called timeout. They didn't have one left, and Rummel puts it through. It's 45-43, and Tommy will get the second, and Whitehall will then get the ball center court. So an interesting ending to a high-pressure game. Rummel makes both. It's 46-43, and Whitehall appeared to be the winner over Northampton. Northampton appears to be losing its first game in the second half.
Again, I want Danny to talk about what this does now to Northampton psychologically.
Well, while Gary's working on the numbers, quickly tell us what's going to happen psychologically.
Well, Bob, this puts a lot of pressure on the Concrete kids when Liberty comes into the gym Thursday night. Liberty certainly wants to knock off Northampton High School, but I know Coach Donahue and his ball club tonight, Bob, thought they had that game won. At the 1:22 mark of that 4th quarter, they had to inbound the ball on the side by the hash mark with their own bucket. Coach Robbie Molaski could not get the ball in bounds. He had to throw it up for grabs. Buskirk made a key steal. After that, Rummel hit a key field goal. Bidelman got the rebound, and the rest is history. The technical had no bearing on the game. Whitehall comes from behind, steals a win away from Northampton, and that puts the East Penn League race, I won't say up for grabs, but it's going to be very, very interesting Thursday night.
Okay, and Gary has the quick scoring totals. I'll tell you, 4 in a row, you just can't beat it.
You know, the other thing we have not talked about is Northampton may not have to win another game to win the second half, because Allen's got some tough ball games, a tough one tonight with Liberty. They've got to play Deerhoff on Thursday. That's going to knock one of them out of the picture, we would think. But still, at least it sure makes Thursday night's ball game exciting. Here's how the scoring went tonight. Molaski 5, Proctor had 2, Grube had 19, Sorrensis did not score, Madison with 3, and Fromhartz with 14. The 43 Northampton points on 18 field goals, 7 for 11 from the foul line. Their record now 16-6. They are 8-1 in the second half. Whitehall, Buskirk 6, Issa 2, Bidelman 11, but a critical 5 out of 6 in the 4th quarter from the foul line. Rummel had 13, Lysicki 13. The 46 Whitehall points on 17 field goals, 12 for 14 from the foul line. Whitehall is now 15 and second, 6-3 in the second half, And if Allen lost tonight, they're still in the picture. I'll tell you, though, this one wasn't that exciting. We didn't have overtime.
Not really. Okay, and don't forget to tune in for high school wrestling. It will be Easton and Allen tomorrow night on Sports 4. We'll be right here courtside on Thursday for Northampton Liberty basketball. We'll see you next time on Sports 4.